inside
Yeah,
of DNA.
exactly. So when you were conceived, whatever the latest download was, or upload, or save was, and how old were you when he was born? Tech?
49.
What?
Hey, by the way, guys, welcome to episode 8 of the One Mic podcast. We have a guest, and it's turning out to be good already, right off the bat. I was lost on what you guys were talking about, downloading, uploading, and
DNA, man.
megabyte speed. All right, well, anyways, my name is CV Tech One. That is my brother Geo, and today we have a special guest. We have my son CV Tech Two, and he decided he wanted to join the pod, and we said, why not? There was not a lot of topics, so let's have a conversation with the young man and pick his brains and see what these boomers are doing these days.
These Zoomers. You're officially a Zoomer, right? You representing the whole clan
Zoomer?
or what?
Oh no.
Hey,
Oh
mate.
no.
You thought it
Hey,
was gonna
listen,
be
man.
nice, and then it's like turns out to be this.
Actually, before we got on, Geo was nice, and I told him ahead of time. Geo may ask some questions
It's about to
that
be a job interview.
it
Yeah,
might be a
whatever
little bit
whatever
worse.
sparks my interest, I'll ask. But we'll see how it goes.
But anyways, I think CV, you should introduce yourself. Just tell the people your name, how old you are, what grade you're in, and what you're studying at school at the moment. You don't have to tell them the names of the school or where you're from, but just your grades and what you're studying right now, if you can, please.
Well, my name is Jaden, or you just say CVTech 2, whatever. I go to a Votech school and I just research, or not, well, yeah, I research and learn how to do the basics and then to the most advanced things of plumbing. And other than that, then I just do the normal math, science, and just stuff like that on other weeks. But other than that, yeah.
So, how do you like the VTech school? I know this is your first year; you're a freshman. So, how you liking that so far? The experience of hands-on learning in school, and also switching to academics every other week. How do you like that format as far as learning? Do you like that?
Well, I mean, the format, it's really hard to work with because if you're not always on top of your grades and not doing all your work on the day it's given, or like just turning it in before the due date's over, you can easily fail all your classes instantly. So it's very hard, and you have to be really hardworking, and you have to work honestly twice as hard as any other student because you only half your academic weeks are just shop. So having to switch between shop to academic to shop, it's just kind of hard because you also get work over shop week. So if you don't do those in your shop class, which you don't really get that much time to unless you're in my shop, then it is very hard to stay on top of your grades. But if you work hard enough,
Hmm.
then yeah, it works out good.
I figured something like that would be sort of easy for me. Just thinking about it, like, okay, well, I do shop. It's something I enjoy doing, so it's almost like a break from the academic part of it. But you're saying it's extra hard
It's
taking that break.
it's extra hard on the academic, but if as long as
Mm.
you tackle all your grades, then it exactly like a break for like all my friends and me and myself included. Academic feels like 10 hours of school, and shop feels like 10 minutes. Like shop just
Yeah,
speed.
time flies when you're having fun. That's what they
Yeah,
say. Yeah.
it really is.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you figured it'd be the opposite. And the good thing about having a conversation with you about this, and it just dawned on me, is I think a lot of schools should have this type of program, the VTech stuff, because now I don't know if it's money or whatever it is why a lot of schools don't have it, but I can only imagine if I had that when I went to high school, right? Um, I just think having those things in place, I think it helps a kid make up their mind what they want to do. Um, like what are what are the other stuff that you guys have as far as choosing a career besides plumbing? What do you guys have there?
Well, there's 24 other shops. I can't list them all off the top of my
So
head.
so there's
But
24 different
Yeah,
different shops or that you can take to kind of like study up on. Now, my question on that is, your school's broken up into 4 quarters, right?
yeah.
Or is it semesters? How do your school do? How many times do you get your
So
grades?
there's quarter one, two, three, and four,
Yeah,
and normally your grade would reset. Like, oh, I got a B plus in groups, grade or whatever. I'm stupid. In the first half or the first part,
yeah.
in the second one, your grade doesn't reset. You still have the B plus, so it doesn't reset back to an A. If you fail the first assignment of the term, your grade will drop from that B plus instantly to a F if you miss just the first,
Mm.
and
So
so on.
Wow.
my question is do you take, for instance, you said you were taking plumbing. Do you take that all year, or do you take it for like half the year, or one quarter? How does that work?
It's
And you
throughout
try
my
something else?
whole high school life, unless I decide to switch. But
Okay. So you
uh,
go until you find something and then you try to stick with that, or do they give you an opportunity to try different things?
so the way the picking op like how picking works is you have a you and around maybe 12, 13, 14 students all go on something that's called the one days, where you do 22 shops each day every
Ah,
other week. And then after that, each student fills out a doc form after the 22, 24 shops, and you pick five that you want to do for a week straight each. And you pick the five, and then out of the five, then you finally pick what you finally want to do for the whole entire school year.
and you pick plumbing.
Yeah,
Okay.
So
So
you
what
just
about?
keep narrowing it down
yeah,
Yeah,
to
that's pretty
your
good.
top
They
three.
they, they
Yeah.
give them like a quick, day of shop just to be like, hey, do you like this? Is this something that you're interested in? You boil it down to five. You do each one of those for a week, and then you boil it down to your last one, and that's the one you have for the rest of the year.
yeah.
That's pretty cool. And picking plumbing, why did you pick plumbing over the other ones?
Well, plumbing just seemed like it seemed the most fun to me. I mean, the environment was probably the best. I enjoyed using all the tools in there,
Yeah,
and I don't know. It was a really fun experience. I don't know how to
not
explain it. I'm
not
just starting, so I
Yeah,
can't.
not to mention, I know you're just getting, you're really young, so that's good to get started and kind of having an idea of something that you want to do. But plumbing's pretty good, pays good, you work hard, you can even have your own type of company, so that's good. Other young men can learn, and parents can learn from, you know, exposing their kids to as many things as possible, so that way you have an idea. So that way you're not 20 and going, I don't know. Everybody,
Yeah.
when we grew up, it was just like, what? Don't drop out of school, do your homework,
Don't
don't get
get
in
a
trouble,
don't get
don't get arrested.
arrested. Don't
That's
bring a
it.
baby home.
While other people, they're exposing their kids to colleges, or they had gone to colleges. Our parents didn't go to college,
Hmm.
right? So we weren't exposed to that information. So that's why we were talking earlier, Tech and I offline, as we usually do, and we have some conversations about that, about how our lives are different and how we raise our kids different, so different from how we were raised when we were kids. Like it's just night and day difference.
Yeah. So what were the other two that what was your top three? So plumbing was one. You chose that. What was the other two shops that you had in mind?
The other two that I picked were carpentry and networking slash cybersecurity.
Wow.
Well,
Like just hearing those words to me, if I was a 15-year-old in
mm-hmm.
school, that would make me just run to school. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I mean,
To
run
have
to
those
school.
available to you. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I just don't know what it is as far as, how the whole school system works and why a lot of schools don't have it. I'm pretty sure it's something to do with money, but
Mhm.
I just don't know how it
Yeah, I just think the
really
vocational
works.
route, it makes, I don't want to say it makes more sense, but because the formal education system that we currently have, um, it kind of, it gears towards people that are like smart with reading and being able to like retain and then regurgitate that knowledge on a test and show, look, I know it, I did it on my own and I aced it.
Right.
But not everybody's like that.
Yeah.
Some people are more hands-on, right? Some people you got to tell them over and over again. Some people got to watch you do it, right? So
Right.
it's all those different types of learning styles that are out there, and something like a vocational school will allow you to do that. And if they still have other education, the old school way or the traditional way of like reading and studying about something and then taking a test to show that you retain the knowledge. But this other
Right.
stuff is really great for the whole other half of people that the nail techs, the artists, the you know what I'm saying, the more creative type of people and then the hardworking hands-on people. There's different groups. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
and I'll say thank you to CV Tech too for actually just giving a little information on that because I think maybe this little portion can help someone who's a parent who doesn't know too much about this stuff because when I was in school, it was there, but my parents didn't really know anything about it. Like my mom didn't know where to look for that, who to ask for it. She probably doesn't even know that existed at that time
Right.
when I was in school. So hopefully that will help some people, and yeah, that's we appreciate that. So let's get into it. This is still hot, Mike. So let's get into this music stuff because Mr. CV Tech 2 said, you know what, you guys doing the podcast? Let me join in. I said, okay. What made you want to join? He says, I think the music thing is cool because, he says, I like to talk music, especially with two older guys. He didn't say guys, but he said two old dudes, made us look bad. And I thought that was a good idea because there's a lot of music today I don't really listen to and I don't even want to listen to. Um, because I'm more of I like the lyricist rappers. I like to listen to the rappers that make you think. I'm not saying those rappers today don't do it, but it's not enough for me. It's not my style for me. So I think myself, Gio, I think we should give our top three rappers that we enjoy and why, and then maybe CV Tech can give us his top three, and we'll see if he's got some new guys in there that I don't listen to that I might look up on YouTube and listen to after the pod as well, just to see why he listens to that particular rapper. But dude, do you have top three in your mind? It doesn't have to be all time, but
Yeah. No,
rappers
I
you
got you. I
enjoy.
got you. So I'm gonna premise it with I'm gonna go off of my favorite, right? Like that just means like how they move me, how it affects me, how their background, their story, their personality, their character. That's what I'm gonna go off of, right? I'm not gonna go off of like who's the illest rhymer, who can, deliver the I'm not I'm gonna give you
Right,
impact on me, right? So it's a little bit different. Um, because I think arguably, if you're like, who's the top three, most people are going to be like, you're going to get Jay-Z, Tupac, Eminem may be in there, Nas, right? Those are
right,
those Biggie, right? That's your five. That's your Mount Rushmore, right? And then other people will argue and take one or two out, and now you got to add this guy. But I'm talking about the nuances, right? I'm talking about like especially an old head, really like liking old school music, like people like Nori and like Mos Def. We talked about it. I know that name will come up again, right?
right.
And Mob Deep and like all these other great people that can impact you in a different way. So for me, it's not in any order. I'm just going to say them out. So it's DMX, it's Nas, and the last one I would say Jay Z. I think I would say Jay Z.
Mm.
For like it's all old school for me because I believe that the era that you're like 15 to 26 is like that's your music era. That's my personal belief.
You know what's crazy? I've
Mhm.
never listened to a Jay-Z album.
Front to back, the Carter Three.
Same
You
here.
didn't?
Never.
Same.
I
Would you say? Would you say?
so
Well, I expect him to say that, right? I don't
Yeah,
expect
but
you to say that.
I'm
You
just
know,
wait, who me?
I expect Jaden to be like, no, I don't even. Oh, he knows who he is. It's Jay Z, but like, I
No, I
expect
know
him
who.
to.
But see though, I've listened to a lot of Jay-Z songs, but like to put on a CD,
Yeah, back in the day with CDs, you just
yeah,
put it in and play it.
I just never did that with Jay-Z. I don't know what it is, but there's a couple of songs of Jay-Z. I'm just like, ooh,
Yeah,
fire, right?
I've never. I mean, the Carter Three was great, but like
Okay. I know it's a little bit weird for some people
Not
to
like Nas and
understand.
DMX. You just put it in and let it go. For me, that's what I do.
Right.
Every
I've never
song is a
done
hit. Yeah.
I've never done that with Jay Z for some odd reason. It's not because I don't like him. I don't think it just
Mhm.
I don't know what it
So,
is. I
so
just
what's your? We'll save Jaden for last. What's your top three?
um honestly, I at the time, man, let's say if I go to like Jaden's age, like that 15, man, and I just was never into the whole gangster rap thing. So I got into Most Def early, and I actually still have the CD that I got from your brother. I told him I was going to bring it back. Never did. I still have it. But yeah, Most Def was one for me just because his music was a little bit different than most. He had the lyrics, but he had some other sound, you know? Like he would give you some cadence, like he'll do some singing with it, give you that African uh roots, the black empowerment. I
Yeah,
like that.
it did
So
have
I,
that element to it. You're right. Yeah,
yeah, I
it was
was into that a
funky. It was a
lot.
little funky too, and
Yeah.
melodic. Yeah,
It like when you listen to him, it you don't know where it's gonna go. It could 1 minute it's give you mathematics, this, that,
Mhm.
empowerment, and then it's back to Africa and we're doing this, and it's and he's doing songs with Common. They're talking about unities. That just that's the type
Yeah.
of music that used to hit me, and I enjoyed. So yeah, most def was one of the artists that I enjoyed. Um, I think a number two for me, man, it gets tough, man. I gotta throw Nas in there. I know that's a easy thing to do. It's a cliche, Nas Biggie thing, but I still can't leave him out just because yeah, all his albums, especially being at 17 years old, putting out an album and saying the
Yeah,
things he was saying,
he was wise.
it's
It's crazy. Yeah.
it's different. But not only that, to actually watch and listen to Nas now, right? For me at that age, listen to Nas, he's 17, and still to be able to listen to Nas now and it has the same impact. And I think even a little more. I think even a little more just because um my son probably listens to Nas. So Nas went from my generation to another generation with King's disease and still has an effect on people at what 40 late 40s
Hmm.
and listen to the album when he was 17 and to see him in the tech world making moves, making money, doing business deals. It's amazing to me.
Yeah.
So definitely Nas is there at number 2 and 3. I know I wasn't a fan of like the gangster rap, but like Tupac just hits different, man. I know it's gangster, but like when I discovered Pac, man, it hit different, man. That wisdom of his and the way he said things, the voice,
And he was young too.
very
His
young.
first albums, he was in his late teens.
But see, though,
So
I didn't listen to him right away. I
I
listened to him because of other people.
mine was from Digital Underground when they would just put him on the track.
Oh, that's
He'd be
early.
in he'd be in the music videos, and he was just a kid just trying to make it. You know what I mean? Before he was
Mm,
really doing all that, before his first album really hit, he was with
yeah,
Digital Underground.
Digital Underground is early.
Yeah, while they're
So
doing the Humpty dance, he's in the background carrying luggage in the video. You know what I
that's
mean?
true.
Tupac, the greatest, arguably ever done it. Stevie
So
Stevie G said he remembers that he used to like love cannabis. I remember you did. There was a moment that I mean, for everybody, cannabis was ill.
well, it's funny he said cannabis because my son can tell you today the first song I put for him to listen was Cannabis Buckingham Palace. And he was like, oh, 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 oh. I'm
Yeah,
like, yeah, like those are the type of rappers I listen to. Like Cannabis, just one of my
100
favorite.
bars.
I was gonna throw him in there. I know I don't think a lot of people gave Cannabis a chance. You know what I mean? Maybe that LL Cool J had something to do with it, but yeah, you
Yeah,
know.
he's. You know who I would compare cannabis to if he was a basketball player. He's like Iverson, right? And Iverson's great, right?
Mm,
In the same way, cannabis is great, flashy, explosive. His rhymes are just all over the place. His dribbles is all over
yeah,
the place, right? And he was on for. I mean, Iverson had a good amount of years. You know what I'm
right.
saying? But he wasn't like longevity. It was what 10 years, maybe. Maybe my numbers are off, um, but it wasn't like LeBron's a crazy number, but you know what I'm saying. It
Yeah,
was
yeah,
it was
yeah.
longer than shorter than your average, I guess.
Yeah. It's funny though, because when my son listens to Buckham Palace, he's like, okay, that's not bad. And he was like, what's the chorus? I'm like, the guy just goes in. He just
Absolutely,
goes in.
he goes hard. Yeah,
It's
all the way.
there's no
Yep,
chorus.
I
But
know. It's just
anyways,
so. Where did you
uh,
said two? That's two of yours or three?
well, I threw Nas in there too.
Okay, Nas.
Nas. Pac, Mos Def. You know what I mean? I like to just kind of, like I said, Pac is one of those guys, man. It's
I
just,
want to hear who little skirt and who little skeet
yeah,
skeet.
man.
What are their names? Who are these new rappers out here that you like? So go ahead
Punch,
and the floor is
punch.
yours.
He
Okay,
said rap. He's punch bag brown blue.
What
All right, so
Crayola colored hair rapper you like?
okay.
little who?
I'm not like into SoundCloud rappers.
Little skirt.
I don't like little skirts, little peep, like
Little
like
tall short.
yeah. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Nothing like that.
Little
But
dab. Sorry, I gotta. Yeah,
See, Gio, this is why we're grandpas, and this is why these guys
I
go.
know,
Yep,
but look, we took it, so it is what it is. The generations are going to compete with generations. Every little Simba's going to get a little Mufasa in their life. You need it. It'll help you
little
grow up.
Pete Pete. Is that? There's probably a rapper
Yeah,
named Little
probably there's
Pete Pete.
probably a little something.
there
Any little
probably
anything, I'll take it.
Yeah,
there's
little
All right,
little
something.
everything.
go ahead. Talk about these rappers that I've
Okay.
never heard in my life. Go ahead.
Well, in order, number one. Okay. Well, George, you said that you picked these artists not because of their lyrics and not how good of a lyricist they are, but because of how much of an impact they had on you
Yeah,
in general.
absolutely.
So I'm gonna do the same thing.
Okay.
It's gonna change what my top three would normally be, but J. Cole is just number one. I mean, he can rap, and if back in the day when everyone was having a female like artist do like the vocals and do the hook for their song, Cole and most other artists around his time, instead of getting a female to do their hook or a male to do their hook or doing auto tune, he would use his own voice and try to sing. Which being versatile like that is, to me, if you're being ill and you can do a little bit of singing on the side, that's pretty much a go to me. So Cole number one. Number
I like Cole.
two, I'd say Nas because I mean he for a younger generation person like me listening to music, rap you usually see it nowadays. The littles and the stuff like that. The
Mm-hmm.
little babies,
Mm-hmm.
Lil Durk, all that.
The little
But
babies. That's funny.
there's so many babies.
I got a question. I got a question.
Yeah.
Um, do you like Nas? Was your dad an influence for you liking Nas or no?
No, his music taste has no effect on me.
So he didn't play it around the house when he was like
He
in
never
his
played
apron
music.
cleaning and dusting and all that. No,
Nope.
Nope.
interesting. Well, I mean Nas is Nas, but
He
it is what it is.
found Nas on his own,
Yeah.
Nas
which
is
to
out there.
me is amazing. Well, that's why I said Nas is something to be 40, late 40s, and still hitting with the younger generation today, from son to dad. That's crazy to me. But that shows how good and amazing artist he is.
Yeah.
So,
Who's your number three?
You
two.
see, number three is hard because like
Well, who's your two? Your
It
second?
was it was J. Cole and
J.
Nas.
Cole and Nas.
Oh, okay.
But like a third, that's hard because there's a lot of artists like Kendrick, instantly a go. His lyrics are insane,
Yeah.
but he doesn't like. If I go to my playlist, I have maybe 150 J. Cole songs. Kendrick, I got like only 50. Nas, I have like 120 something as well.
Mhm.
And so for a third, I don't think I can say Kendrick, but I'll say Kendrick tied with Kanye West. I'll put those two together. But
Yeah,
if
Kanye
not,
West is
Jay Z is an honorable mention because when you asked to CV Talk One, has he ever listened to a Jay Z album throughout? I said no too. No, I listened to 444 throughout, but that was
Mhm.
the only one I've ever listened throughout. So, but
yeah,
Jay
that's good.
Z does hit. I can't lie.
So I got a quick 5-question quiz for you, all right? And be honest with it, and it's nothing crazy, but I'm gonna ask you 5 random rappers out of the top of my head. I'm gonna give you old school stuff. I want to know how many of them you like legitimately know who they are. And there's nothing wrong because you were born in what like in 2 years ago, right? So it doesn't matter. Right? Like the fact that you know them, great. If you don't, no big hit. All right. So let me see if I can think. Bismarcky.
No idea.
Okay, this blows my mind, but of course it makes sense. Um, Prodigy.
Heard of Prodigy? Have not listened to a song though.
Yeah, he's from Queensbridge and
Mace.
good one. Mace.
No.
And Mace was like the biggest rapper, or at least the most popular rapper in '99 when
Listen,
Diddy
I'm
and
about to
them were
go.
doing it.
I'm about to go up there and mace him if he don't know who Mace is.
I know. Hey, your dad loved Mace too. That was another one. He
Hey
loved
man,
Sway.
a little sleeper.
I'll give him one more, and then you give him another one, Tech. I'm trying to think someone that Freeway.
No, I've not heard that
See,
at all.
those are all under the radar, really good rappers that are out there that the generation
Common,
won't learn.
Who?
Common from Chicago. Common.
Nah.
50 Cent.
Of course I know 50 Cent.
Why do you? Why of course?
Because okay, so
He's still popular now.
any artist, okay, are those artists back in the days when CDs were the only thing being sold? Spotify's not a thing.
Yeah,
Sound
anyone before like 97 is
Okay,
well
so then
97 to 2002 were the big CD years, and then MP3s came out
yeah, so then anything
before
in
that.
the CD era I barely know. Like I know
That
the
sounds
Most Def, the
crazy.
That's like
Mob
8-track
Deep.
to us.
I know
Wait, you
like
know Most
the
Def?
I haven't really I know
Oh,
who
you
they
got
are. I haven't listened to songs, but like
yeah.
Mob Deep, Jay Z, like people like that. Tupac, Biggie, Nas. Like I know those people. Andre 3000. I like those are like my old school era. But anything like MF Doom, I haven't listened to his songs, but I've seen
Oh,
You,
his
you just you're
I've
blowing people's
seen his
minds with
oh.
MF Doom.
lyrics. I've
Yeah,
seen his lyrics. Like just oh my, the
yeah.
amount of flows and just rhymes is crazy.
You
MF,
just you just made Georgia Lucina smile in heaven with that. I'm
MF
just say I'll
Doom.
just say it that way. Yeah. I got a question for you. Give me one good J. Cole song that you think I should listen to. If I'm not a fan of J. Cole or something like that.
I'll give
Oh,
you
that's
an
a tough, yeah.
introduction. Okay, well, okay. Do you want like a newer J Cole, older J Cole? What do you want, or just any, just flat
Anyone that
out
you like.
come
Yeah.
swinging?
Yeah. Give me something that stands out to you.
I'll give you a pretty popular one. I'll give you Middle Child.
Oh, that's on my list too.
Yeah. That one's great. When I first heard it, I was like, this
Yeah.
this is it right here. This right here
Yeah,
is probably my favorite too. I think
What
that's
about
our own
Simba?
favorite.
Simba's my go-to.
that's
Simba's
off
good.
the warm up, right?
Yeah.
Simba is good.
Just that one shot. The video is just one take. It just continue, man. I was just like, but if you listen to the words, how he breaks down once Simba, because he's like, I can't wait to be a king like Simba, you know what I mean? Oh,
Do you know
and
what I
guess
think of?
what? He's actually there. He's almost there, saying he can't wait to be king. And look at him.
Yeah.
These
No, and that
are
goes right
gonna
on
be there.
the lines of what I was thinking too. And I was like, and not to wish ill on anybody, but like thinking of J. Cole 10 years from now, like he's going to be bigger and even more of an icon then because he's going to continue doing what he's doing. You know, when Lil Wayne was doing it like 09, 08, you're like, no, this dude's not going to stop. Every song that he makes is amazing and he's going to keep doing it. And here he is 10 years later, still on top.
He's a feature every other day.
Yeah. So like that's what I think J. Cole, like out of all the names and all of the big names right now, like the
Yeah.
relatively young, they're not the OGs and they're not the new guys. They're the middle child right now. And that's why that album
Yeah,
came out. Because he felt or that song came out because he felt like he was still getting knowledge from the OGs and he had knowledge to pass to the new Gs. So
Mhm.
he's that middle child. And I thought that was amazing. You know what I mean? For him to do that.
Yeah.
So
As a matter of fact, the people are scared to have Cole on the feature just because he may make them look bad.
well, I mean,
Not
that was always the issue. Cannabis had that issue. Eminem had
yeah.
that issue. Nas had that issue. Those are the nasty rappers that you're gonna be like, damn, they're gonna bring their A game. And Wu Tang said it in their documentary. When we went into the session, everybody tried to one up one another. That's what made them so great. Steel sharpening steel. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just to switch gears though, we talked a lot about old school, right? And you're new school. You know, y'all move fast, making Zoom noises, right? Doing Zoom classes, taking Zumba. Like y'all just be out there. Give me a name of one notable new school rapper that you like. If I haven't heard of, I'll listen to them.
yeah. Hmm.
That's a good.
I'm gonna
That's a
try to give
loaded
you.
question.
I'll try to give you an oddball that I doubt you've heard too, but you may have. I'm not sure. Wait, hold on.
Don't tell me it's that white kid that passed.
While he's
I hit.
saying that,
Who?
another young rapper that I liked a lot was Triple X Tentacion.
Oh, yeah,
Triple
X.
X was good.
Yeah.
He was a little wild and a little like emotional, and at the same time, like he's just full of passion at times, rage at times, but like he had a level. His music was nice. It
But
was
that
just
passion is
vibe
what
to
makes
it.
good music,
Yeah,
though.
his
You can
Moonlight
hear
was
it.
Yeah,
sick.
I know
Yeah.
he could do so much too. I mean, he
He
tapped
was
into
all over.
the
Yep.
rap to just the emo type of stuff into the rock. Like he tapped into
Yeah,
everything.
he
He did
did. He
everything.
was just a musician and he just did all that stuff. It was pretty great. It was
Yeah.
unfortunate, with him, being killed like that. But, you know, I bought you some time. You got anybody? What you got?
I'll give you an oddball. I think he's not S tier, but I give him like B or A. I'd say
Okay.
Anderson Pack.
Anderson Pack.
You've heard of
I've
him?
never heard it. No. No.
What?
No.
What?
Wait, wait. Grandpa Gio don't know Anderson Pack.
No.
Wow.
Anderson's good.
Why
That's all I
gotta
have
be
to
good?
say. Anderson can sing and rap.
Well, I'll
Yeah,
check him
take
out.
notes.
I'll
Take
check him
notes.
out. No, sure.
You haven't heard any songs with Anderson Paak and Mr. Bruno
I
Mars?
I don't know for sure, but the name doesn't sound familiar to
He's
me.
on GTA, the new update.
Good. I don't
He's
have
in
to. What?
everything. He's in GTA. He's in Fortnite.
Anderson
He's making
Pack. I'll check
songs
him
with
out.
Bruno Mars. He's everything.
All right,
No,
Daily
pretty.
Dose and Gio's taking notes today because I think Anderson Paak will.
DMX and Kanye West.
He's an artist,
Stevie
man.
G says. Yeah.
Yeah, those are two good and he also said Method Man as well. So no, Gio, you said you
Oh
like
yeah.
Method Man as
Yeah.
well.
I mean,
That versatile, different style of rap, man. Love it.
yeah. I think you're all I need with Method Man and Mary J.
Mary
Blige
J.
is arguably my favorite hip hop song.
Mm,
And who's next is How High by Redman and Method Man. That combo is like
yeah.
peanut butter and jelly. It's just delicious.
All right, I'll tell you a little bit. I wrote down some J. Cole song that I think you can look up if you don't know who J. Cole is. But Simba is good. Middle Child, Troubles, apparently, Doll in the Dream. Those are good songs to listen. And also for Most Def, that's an artist I love. Look up Mathematics, Know That, Miss Fat Booty, Oh No, with
Sweet
Nate
Booty was
Dogg.
great. Mhm.
Of course, you would stop me on that one.
It was a good song. I mean,
It was
the name of the song is, I mean, it's the title of the song and the
that
words
was
that they use,
amazing.
but it was a good song.
Also, because Stevie in the chat said DMX, Gio said DMX. I'm a huge DMX fan, so I'll throw some songs out there. Get at me, dog. Dog out, slipping.
Slippin's
How's
great.
it going down? What's my name?
And
Who
he
we
goes on.
be? Crime story. I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah, it's great.
I would say just look up DMX. Anything? What about women rappers? Do we want to?
Lauryn Hill.
I don't really.
Lauryn Hill. You know who Lauryn Hill is? You don't.
Yeah, of course I know Lauryn Hill.
How?
She's like
Hey.
the best female rapper in my opinion.
Hey, Gio, that's my son. Jeans.
Did your dad influence that?
Nah,
You know
None
why?
at
no
all,
one.
When
I've
he was
never.
conceived, it was probably you had it, you listened to it that day, it
bro.
was in your DNA.
No,
Look, go ahead.
No, because I was listening. So I'm not. I want to say that. Oh, I've been listening to Nas since I came out the womb. Oh, I'm an
Yeah,
OG even though I'm 15. Like
Yeah.
I listened to Nas like I think honestly maybe the day King's Disease like the first one released, and I was like, wow, I gotta check this guy out. He's heat. So I go and I see. I think it was written or it was Illmatic. Either one. I saw Lauryn Hill on there
Mhm.
and she was going off, and I really
If I
enjoyed it.
ruled the world.
That's
Yeah,
number 3.
that's how-
My number
yeah.
3 favorite song ever, right there.
So that's how I found out about her.
Hey, Gio, listen, let me tell you something, man. As a father, I step in when I need to. He's gotta have his own thing. And that to me is the Lauryn Hill is more amazing than anything else he said, because that is not I think a lot of people need to listen to that one album. It would change their life. Because that's the greatest. Lauryn Hill's album, Miseducation, it's one of the greatest album ever.
Great. Yeah.
I put that up there with Illmatic, Stillmatic. That is an amazing album, and listen to Miss Lauryn Hill, please.
Did you hear her album? I don't know what the name of it was, but 50 Cent made fun of it because it had no beats, and he's like, Lauryn Hill's album with no beats. Do you remember that one?
Yeah.
Some great songs on that album. And
Listen.
it's just her playing for people in an acoustic guitar and just jamming, and it's great, great.
The
And she's a
miseducation of Lauryn Hill.
her rap skills is just singing skills phenomenal. Skills phenomenal. You
Hey
know what I
man,
mean?
Lauryn Hill featuring Bob Marley. Is it Bob Marley? Yeah, she did
Yeah,
a
she did
Bob
because
Marley
she was.
song, a remake.
Yep.
Beautiful, man.
hmm
Won the Grammys. Man, that CV Tech too, that surprised me though, because that Lauryn Hill, that says a lot to me. And I didn't even know that.
Well, we're all
You
learning
know.
stuff here.
I guess, hey, listen, man. As a dad, I don't, I try to influence when I can and when I can, and most of the time, you got to do it by example instead of just
Imagine
spraying
this
it.
though. Imagine the young people and how I would say fortunate they are, where if they like a song, like your son said, he just imagine discovering Nas 20 years later.
It is.
Mm.
Uh,
It's something else. It's like
y-
finding like a piece of treasure. It
yeah,
really
and then
is.
so yeah, a treasure that goes back multiple albums.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy. We were just like we were getting fed
It-
one album at a time and learning. They get to stumble upon gold.
what about the people that never listened to it when it actually came out? And he's over here saying it's treasure to me, and this is 30 years later.
hmm
That's crazy to me that at that time people didn't appreciate something, and then here he comes 30 years
Well,
later and he's like, I hear
that
something different.
happens. There are young
Yeah.
people that love the Beatles, right? They love the Rolling Stones. Like they're
Yeah.
like, wow, this music is amazing. And I was like, and I would assume also like as their dads that probably either like that music too. Like it's proud for him, for you to be like, oh, he likes Lauryn Hill, he likes Mo Steph. Like, and if it's not, it's great. But there's this level of pride that you guys have something in common that you guys like a certain
Yeah.
thing,
And
and it's
and
always
that's
great.
without playing it or even talking to. I want him to find his own way.
Yeah.
Um, as a dad, you kind of have to know when to step in and say certain things and add things. But yeah, like I don't go around like, oh, you gotta listen to this, you gotta listen to that. It's like, no, you gotta find your own style, find your own uniqueness, and that I think that's how it should be actually.
Mhm.
All right. Since we're
Guys,
still doing hot mic, go ahead. You got something to say?
I want to ask three questions, real
Do
quick.
it.
What is the greatest album of all time in your guys' opinion? The
Oh man,
greatest of all time, the Go
I was
album.
getting ready to move on.
that's a how
I got
crazy
two
that
other
is.
loaded.
Okay. I could definitely tell you one is that Lauryn Hill album. That'd be one for me. 1,000%. Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, one of the greatest albums for me. Um, DMX, It's Dark and Hell is Hot. That album is amazing in so many ways because, like, I remember when Gio used to listen to that too, kind of like, I guess in a way that kind of like makes us bond a little
Yeah.
bit too, that same interest and,
Mhm.
and the
And then whatever's going
activity.
on, that experience, yeah, exactly. It bonds.
Yeah,
That's what's great about music. It brings memories back, right? So
right.
whatever great or unfortunately sometimes bad stuff that's happened in the background, that song will trigger you. Hopefully, it's more of a good thing than a bad thing, but that happens. You
Yeah.
know,
And there's memory that goes with that,
yeah. That's
listening
why
to it
wedding songs are important. People remember
yeah,
that
yeah,
time because that song's attached to
yeah.
it.
So,
I would say this, just off the top of my head, without really like perusing this huge mental Rolodex of you don't know what a Rolodex is, you get the point. It's All Eyes on Me by Tupac, not in any order. Um, it's Dark and Hell is Hot,
mm,
and 50 Cent's first album. Like,
that,
and the reason for that is when those went into my CD man, my CD player. You don't know what that is, but that's a device that you put a CD in, you push the button, and then you play. Like that's how that works. You know what I'm saying? So those
Mhm.
three went into my CD man or my car stereo and didn't come out for a month. But that's kind of how we did music back in the day.
yeah.
I feel like
Mm,
you resonate with the music. Like I feel like nowadays I just click Spotify. Oh, I'm listening to the song. I feel like
Yeah,
really going out buying the stuff and then having to buy the stuff to play it. It just I think it makes the experience better that way.
I'm glad you said
y-
that. Real quick, George. Let me tell you,
mhm,
when when a new like one back in the day when an album was coming out, you knew ahead of time. Hey, it's coming out in March, right? Everybody lines up at the store, the cassette store, at the mall, or whatever to go buy this album, and hopefully it doesn't run out. But they usually did a pretty good job of leaving it all there. And when you get it, you just can't wait to get home or get to the car. And you know what you do? You pop the tape in. Yeah, you you take that struggling wrapper off and the security tape that it's on, and then you put the CD in, and then you what you're doing? Listening to song one, reading the credits. You got the
Yep.
piece of paper that folds up into 1,000 origami looking thing, and that's what you did. You just read front to cover as you listen to the song, and then you would either I would take notes. Oh, this song right here one's good. You remember all that, right? That
Yep.
sounds familiar.
See, the thing is, let's say Gio goes and buys the album, right? We buy one, we're listening together in the car. The
Yeah,
rapper's coming off of it. We're putting it in and we're listening together. And somebody's reading the back of it, the booklet. All that is a whole experience. I actually love that. But
yeah.
that's what we had though, you know?
And it was tangible. There's something about holding in your hand. This belongs to me. This is mine, and you could use. You know what I'm saying? These days, like you said, Spotify. Click the button. It's what you just have it,
Yeah.
and it's so many
And he's not
genres, so
gonna
many songs.
and it's funny because he won't understand that feeling. You know what I mean? Because it was like you sometimes you plan. You go, hey, we got to go get that album. Like you'll
Hmm.
plan to go buy a CD. Excuse me. And once you get there, you might stand in line for this CD. I'm talking about
Absolutely.
just a CD. And yeah, like Gio said, I think just being in the car, listening to it together in a parking lot, probably not even moving. And the greatest thing is, if you had a good sound system, you in a car passing by are probably playing the same thing, just
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I was
absolutely.
thinking. Like, imagine just leaving the store and you just start blasting it full blast on your car and just hearing like six other cars around you just blasting the same thing. That just
Especially in the
sounds so good.
summertime. Especially in the summertime, because
Because
it's time to get
now it's just like, oh, this artist is dropping an album.
right. They're everywhere.
Cool.
So
And it's
there's
just
pros and
love
cons
it.
to all that, right? So I think part of it is this: if you're a kid and you have one toy, that's your favorite toy. You got no choice, right? And
Mm,
because you only have one, or maybe you have two, you care about them a lot more. But when you have like all the toys, you ever see that one kid that you know that's rich or family's okay and they got all kinds of toys? They don't even care about it. I got that one toy. One, his wrist is missing, but like it's still my favorite toy. But you love it. You know what I mean? That's kind of like it was simpler. It was, and
until somebody comes over, your cousin comes over, plays with it. You're like, I want my toy back.
there've been many
But
fights because that's the only one I
yeah,
got.
but yeah, I mean, even people in the chat are saying the same thing. It's okay to show our age. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
But that was a great time, man. Just that ripping that package and listen to it. And it's funny too. Even if you didn't, it's not like today they give you the top three. You're like,
mhm.
okay, this is where everybody's downloading. You go to it. You actually go to. There's a lot of sleeper on an album that may connect with you, right? Emotionally, whatever it is, it may connect with you only. And if you do go to a concert or something like that, and that person plays that song, you're like,
Yep. That's for
that
me.
song is
Yep.
amazing to me.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's not something that's everybody's listening to. So it was good to find your sleeper, the thing that you like about an artist that most
Yeah.
people probably skip, but there's something you connect with that. So yeah, it was
Yep.
different, man. It was different.
Yeah.
Um,
For me, it was like the sleeper. You may not love it the first time because like it depends on how you're feeling,
yeah.
the mood. If you're in a hyped up mood, the hyped up song's gonna attract you. If you're in a sad mood, the slower song's gonna attract you. Some of those sleeper songs, it'd be like the 10th time you're listening to the album, you're like, this one's really great, and it becomes your personal little quiet favorite that you like. So that's kind of how that is. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah.
So this is what I've learned, especially from my son. We're gonna be playing a lot of Lauryn Hill through the speakers in the house. Lauryn Hill's gonna be playing in the
MF
house.
Doom in the house.
MF Doom, man. Eh.
You
If I
gotta
talk
put me
about
on.
MF Doom, I might get emotional. But what was that?
You gotta put me on MF because I don't. I've only seen a couple of his
Oh yeah.
like, just a couple of
I got
his
a lot of good
lyrics.
MF Doom stuff, man, because George knows well. We had a cousin who's huge underground rapper. He loved underground rappers. He loved rappers that a lot of people didn't talk about. A lot of them from the Wu Tang group. Um, Also guys from what was the name? Not just Wu Tang, but um,
The extended
Ki-
guys,
the Killer Army. They had a
Killer
Killer
Army. Yeah.
Army.
Hmm.
I used to listen to stuff like that because of him, and it was amazing listening because there was, it's not a hit him with the bat, come back 1, 2, 3, bat. Nah, it was like complex. Like you have to go back and listen to it one more time. The double entendre and all that good stuff, man. So, but yeah, MF Doom is one of those guys. Same thing. So, anything else you guys want to add to this music? Because my son did say he can go all day talking about music,
I mean, I
and
Yeah.
could.
Yeah, no, oh, Boot Camp Click. I remember that. Boot Camp Click was great. Stevie G said Boot Camp Click. Yeah, there's a lot of those like run of the mill that were like they didn't hit like star level, but they were great. They set the stage for the time frame that we were growing up, so it was pretty good. You know,
so is anything besides like I don't know, I would say hip hop that kind of you guys really like I don't know, maybe a singer maybe. And you guys have any good artists maybe that I can look up and listen to besides just the hip hop genre?
I got like only like two to be honest,
who's
but I
that?
don't think you would like them. Like
CV,
they're
CV, you used to listen to a lot of not hip hop
yeah.
when you were younger. This is why I never went. Hey, you need to listen to this. But he
What
was
was he?
listening.
What were you listening to?
Okay, well, okay, I'll say an artist.
Hey man,
One,
just say it, bro.
three. It's a. They're called AJR. It's three brothers, and like I used my friend because I growing up I didn't listen to music at all, so
What is it? What genre?
I don't even honestly. It's just pop to be honest.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's more pop.
But like,
You used to listen to a lot of pop.
yeah,
There wasn't
Like
a
I
lot of
was
hip
like
hop.
Justin Timberlake? Justin Timberlake, Justin Bieber?
nah,
You don't like Justin
nah,
Bieber? I love
nah.
Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber's
Okay,
great, and his album right now shows so much growth, emotional, spiritual growth, and that his music is just so pure and so honest. He seems like he's in a better place now than he's been in a while. Especially, well, that album is him transitioning out of the being sad and kind of being a little bit better.
CV Tech 2, take the Justin Bieber thing back because we can tell stories, but we just can't say nothing. But yeah, just
sure.
in case, you should take that back.
Sure. Okay. It is very ignorant of me to say I don't like Justin Bieber when
It's
the only songs I've listened to is like "Baby" and stuff like that. I just find those songs like annoying. I don't
Well,
gen. Those are the only ones I've listened to. My friend, he was telling me, bro, Justin Bieber's super good. You've only heard of the bad songs, but
yeah,
like, like the most recent Justin Bieber song I've listened to is like "Yummy." That just
yeah, yeah,
annoys me so
yeah.
much.
Yummy's not great. It's not his best. His
Yeah.
last album, listen to that. It's got it's got a lot of good stuff on
yeah. Somebody in the chat said Jessica said Tina Marie. That's
it.
going back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh,
As a matter of fact, before we came on, I was listening to a group called Sandra, and I know
80s. I
you two
know.
were just like, "What is he listening to? What is this? Come to me, man." Sandra, look up Sandra.
Bro,
Okay,
Sheila E. Go to Sheila E. and listen.
true,
Not only was she beautiful, but the music was great. And
true.
it's like everyone's heard of her, and well, not your generation, but like our generation, 30 and older, has heard of her. And then they may not know until they hear the song. They're like, oh yeah, I know that.
Mm. All right. Wow, that was 48 minutes on music, and like he said, he could talk about music all day if it came to it. So, all right,
You
let's
know, before we change, 'cause I know we're transitioning, but I want to say this: it's pretty decent, pretty cool, even though a majority of like we were all kind of like old school, like we're kind of like old school more. We talked about old school more, but it's good to talk with somebody of a different generation to pick their brain about what they think about certain songs, instead of being like, "Oh, y'all's generation, my music was better." My
mhm,
music is better to me because that's when music was like great. Like I said, when you're young and
Mhm.
life is just all in front of you, and that's the soundtrack of your life. So that becomes your music. So you take it personal when somebody
right.
comes out with something different and they sampling your stuff, and you're like, "That ain't it." That ain't it, little Dookie. Like that's a Michael Jackson song. You gotta fix it.
No, but I like what you said. It is you do get attached to a song, like you said. It's a soundtrack of your time or that time, and that's why I let him do the same thing. He's got to have his own sound, whatever he likes, and we just go with it, man. Music. It doesn't matter what type of music it is and what language it is. I listen to a lot. I'll be honest. I listen to a lot of um, Enrique Iglesias in Spanish, though. I don't know what he's saying, but man, it just sounds good, man. The beat, the rhythm. You can if you love music, you can just follow it, not knowing a word he's saying, um, except for when he says the th.
He does it the
And
Spanish way.
yeah, it
Como
just
como
loses.
está? Like you fix your mouth.
Yeah. But yeah, like stuff like that, man. I love the Spanish guitar. I
Yeah,
literally just listen to guitar. Sometimes just violin. You can
yeah.
feel the pain. You can feel the emotion. It's just, listen, I'm an emotional guy, man. And I like my music that way. You know what I mean? Um, all right. Since we don't have a lot of topics, so I said let's just keep going. And since we're doing hot mics, I got a few questions, man. Gio,
Oh man,
what's a good movie snack, man? Because
what's a good
listen,
movie? Okay.
yeah, 'cause listen, I don't understand the whole popcorn thing. I don't
The
get
only
it.
time I eat popcorn is when I go to the movies. It's just because my kids have it and it's available. And next thing you know, I'm just like chowing down on popcorn.
But bro, I've
Not my
gone to
preference.
I've gone to movie theaters and I see somebody with a popcorn. The popcorn is it's done in the first on
But
credits.
the
What's
trailers, it's gone by the trailers.
what's the point? Why popcorn? So I got to
What?
thinking.
One, you have discipline, but go ahead and continue. Think away.
No, no, no. Popcorn makes my throat dry. So I need a drink.
You sure do.
That's the
And
only thing I
and
can get out of it.
between trailers, you know what's the worst mind F in the world? Is the movies about to come on, they put that Coca-Cola, that makes that Coca-Cola sound with the ice jingling and the fizzing, and be like, I need a soda. I need a soda. Give me a soda. Somebody go somebody go get me a soda. It's like, why are you messing with me like that? I had enough discipline to not get it there, and I gotta go get it. Come on.
Yeah.
The
Yeah, I just
subliminal messages.
so
Get out
what
of here.
what are some of so I in my opinion, if you're gonna eat the popcorn right away on credits, well then get something that's better that you're gonna
Yeah, you get
eat.
more. You get more stuff.
Yeah. Well,
And
I'm trying to save money here.
look,
I'm just trying to make sense to
hey,
why popcorn.
I'm not saying I do this, but you can go to the store and get Sour Patches at the gas station for a third of the price and not put it in your pocket and not take it into the thing and not eat it at the movies.
Let the girlfriend or the wife put it in the purse. Nobody's gonna dare
Yeah.
go through their
Get
purse.
sodas.
That's what I
Yeah.
M&Ms M&Ms in Hershey's Hershey Kisses or that's my snack.
Jaden, what's your go-to
Yeah.
snack at the movies?
Okay, you guys disrespected popcorn, but like,
No, I didn't say it was bad. I just
okay.
Yeah.
it's popcorn.
When I get okay, no, I would say whenever I go to the movies, if I'm not getting popcorn, I'm definitely getting nachos. If I'm not getting popcorn,
Mhm.
I get
I would
nachos.
go nachos and cheese over popcorn, but
Yeah,
My
usually lately they haven't been happening. Mother sucks.
my son right there.
but like the popcorn, the only bad thing about popcorn is, yeah, you're right. They just eat it before even the movie starts. But there's
Yeah,
like those
true.
4 ads and everyone's done with it, and they got like the
Also,
mega size,
Yeah.
that's why you get the extra large with extra butter.
the extra.
You get that. It takes two
But
people to carry it. It takes a whole seat.
but I don't know the history of the whole popcorn thing. Like I've always said, why if I'm sitting down watching a movie, popcorn's not what I want. I get thirsty, my mouth gets dry,
Yeah,
and if I drink, now I got to go to the bathroom.
yeah.
It's just too much for me. So I don't get food when I go to movie theaters.
You
Um,
missing out. That's half the
It's good
experience,
marketing
man.
though.
no, I
Yeah.
bring my stuff. I don't get, when I say I don't get
You
stuff,
go to
that
the
means I
gas
bring my
station.
stuff.
Yeah,
Come
I
on, man.
got you.
I mean, M&M's is coming with me. Like there's nothing better just popping them in your mouth and you're watching a movie and you're having a good time.
So do
Jaden.
you? Oh, good.
No, you got a question? Go ahead. It's your show. We're just here, just hanging out.
So wait, if you're saying people finish their popcorn before the movie starts. Wouldn't you finish your M&Ms before the movie starts?
You
Like,
gotta
isn't it
have discipline and
smaller?
eat steadily.
Yes,
No,
but
no, no,
then
no,
eat steadily with the popcorn. You do
no,
more.
no. There's something weird about popcorn. You do this.
I
Yeah,
know.
You don't even
it
look
like
at it.
it's like cotton candy. It just you
Yeah,
can just eat an endless supply.
Right. But when you're eating M&Ms that's sweet, you're like, I just need two at a time.
absolutely. Yeah, yeah. I
You
would
take your
agree.
I
time.
think
I'm
that's
the
just
same
you
way.
two. I dump like 5 at a time. I don't know.
Yeah,
But
this is what I say with popcorn. I'm gonna get one at a time. Next thing you know, I'm like, oh, just
first of all,
Exactly.
if you
greasy.
eat one popcorn at a time, one at a time,
Now mine are
something is
handfuls. They're going in
yeah.
handfuls at a time.
Nobody goes like this and eats one. It's a lot. It goes in your shirt sometimes. You're like, oh, I
Yeah,
dropped that. Excuse me, and you
I
pick it
got you.
up and eat it.
I agree.
But I've always said people always eat the popcorn before the movie start. Then what's the
You
point
say
of this?
people, but you mean you. You need to slow down.
I don't buy
Maybe if you ain't eating
popcorn.
them hand and fist, hand over fist.
I don't buy popcorn, man. I'm telling you, man. I bring my own stuff. I even bring my own water bottle.
When's the last time you went to the movies? I've never seen you go to the movies in like 20
Yeah.
million years.
And I was gonna. That was gonna be my question to you, Jaden. When was the first time you went to the movies?
The
Do you remember?
late,
You were probably like
the oldest
Ugh.
I remember.
the youngest you were when you went to the
Oh
movies.
yeah, the youngest I was. It was a movie in a different language that I had no idea what was happening,
Who
and
took you?
I went
You
with
better
my
be Kim.
mom. No, it was my mom, and I don't want to say the other person's name, but a
Oh.
cousin that was like my mom's same age, but
Yeah.
she's my cousin. And they just
Yep.
went. For whatever reason, I tagged along to watch a Spanish movie I can't even understand.
So it
And
was
I
in
was,
Spanish.
yeah, I was too young to even read the subtitles. Like I don't remember being able to read them. I remember
So you
like one scene, and then that's all.
You're never going to that person's house again because I didn't know about this. You're not going to her house again
do you
or whoever
know?
did that.
For me, the first time I went to the movies, I was like 14. It was the first time I went to the movies.
Well, they
That's
have
how
movie
my
theaters?
when I was 14.
Is
Yeah,
that prehistoric?
yeah. It was just moving pictures, and people were behind. They were shadow puppets in front of the light. That's all it was.
Just a
Shadow
play.
puppets. Shadow
uh,
puppets is funny.
yeah.
I-
No, it was 14, and it was blue chips, blue chips with Shaq.
Oh, the
When he was coming,
basketball
that was my
with
first
Penny
movie.
Hardaway.
Yep.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I remember that clearly.
My
Just
f- I did so my first movie kinda was in my country, Cape Verde, which was someone in the neighborhood had a projector
I
and
was about to say,
somebody
I thought you just looked out the window and people were outside. You'd be like, "Oh, a movie."
well yeah that was
How's every
after
night?
that was the upgrade but we paid 10 cents to get in this person's backyard because he had a projector and somebody in the neighborhood had a big white sheet put it up. We watched the movie, and the first movie I ever saw, I can't remember the name, but I know it was Nicholson. What's that actor?
Jack
Nicholson.
Nicholson.
Not Jack. Oh no, Nicolas Cage. Sorry,
Oh
Nicolas
yeah, Nicholas Cage.
Cage.
Yeah.
It was something with the baby.
Oh, Raising Arizona.
Something. I don't remember.
Yeah,
I was
they were
probably 8.
kidnapping the kid. They kidnapped the kid.
Yes.
That's Raising Arizona, and that is a great movie. That's
Listen,
your first movie?
my first movie of all time.
That's
I
crazy.
first of all, we didn't speak
And it's not
English,
appropriate for. Oh yeah, you don't know what they're saying, but it's not appropriate
right?
for kids.
So that was amazing. The second one was Bruce Lee movies. Everybody in my country, I don't want to say country, everybody in my town, because it's a small town, wanted to be Bruce Lee after that. I told my mom I want to go to America to learn karate so I can come back and teach everybody. Everybody started doing kung fu while we were watching the movie, and I can't remember what movie it is. And they said Bruce Lee died, and then everybody started crying because we didn't really know what movie was. Like
Yeah,
we started crying for
yeah.
real, and yeah, that was my movie
No,
experience. It was
I
in the
think that's
backyard in
interesting.
Cape
So,
Verde.
like, you got obviously we were talking about how Jaden, how we were raised different because being in a different generation and how it's different. Like, you are watching movies from like Jump, right? You're like 4 or 5, right?
yeah.
And you watched it. You watched it in the middle of a third world country with sheets and an old movie. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't watch movies until I was a little bit older and paid for it myself. You know what I'm saying?
You sure you didn't sneak in?
No, we once you get in, you're staying in though. You just go to the next door. Just,
Hey, we double dipped. A lot of people double dipped. I'm not gonna lie to you.
but you can't go to the ghetto city to do it because they already expect you to do it. You got to go to the next town over where they don't expect people to
Yeah.
do it. You know.
Oh, the guy's waiting for you to come. It's like,
I know. He already knows. He's like, yeah, these guys. Yeah.
where's the bathroom?
You got here 6 hours ago. There's no movie that long.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I just don't understand that popcorn stuff, man. That's all, man. I'm a guy that I bring my own stuff to the movie theater. That's just how I do it, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I got another question for you guys. Let's start with CV Tech 2 real quick. Since we talked about movies and we're all gamers here, what's a good video gamer snack?
Good video game snack. That's a hard
Yeah.
one. Cause like, honestly, I don't think there is a video game snack. To be honest,
Yes, there is.
I can't think of any. To give
Yes,
it a
there
buck.
is.
So what do you snack
Enlighten
on? Do you
me.
snack on anything or whatever you can?
Nah, I literally my snack is just water. That's my
No,
snack.
no.
I
Your
don't got
your
anything.
your gaming snack is whatever I cook.
Yeah, I don't eat snacks. I just eat dinner, and then if I eat snacks, it's probably when I'm watching a video. I don't eat when gaming.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
try
know.
not to, but Slim Jim for me though, I don't know what it is. I love Slim Jim just because like it's got its own little thing. Like you don't get your hands dirty. You could just peel it a little bit. I mean, some people just peel the whole thing. Me, I peel it slow, take a bite, put it down, chew for like 3 hours, and I just keep going. Right? I just chew that thing for 3 hours. Take another bite, another 3 hours, and I keep going. So I don't know. Slim Jim for me is my gamer snack, man. What about you, G? You got anything? I'm just saying, man.
No, it's whatever's available for me. I don't have a particular one that I
This
So
guy.
go to. Yeah,
This guy's like
it's whatever's
this
around.
guy's like Dino from
But but since we're on snacks and I could jump in there, have y'all had Snickers ice cream? Yeah,
yeah,
just
yeah.
we get it all
the
the time.
the most amazing thing ever.
Do you chew it or do you suck on it?
Oh God.
I'm just asking a question.
Nah. If you
I'm
chew
gonna
it,
I'm gonna go
you're
ahead and plead
human.
the. I eat it normal like everybody else.
What's normal?
What's
So
normal?
put it this way. I let it melt in my mouth and then okay, this is gonna sound bad. Yeah. Okay. Pause. I do let it melt in my mouth and
It's
I
dangerous.
wait. Yeah, this is terrible. But and
Yeah.
then the nut, when I feel the nut, that's okay.
Stop.
Listen,
Stop. It's a G-rated show, right?
PG. We're PG.
look,
We're family friendly.
we're grown up here. We're
Okay, yeah.
grown.
So what
So
happens? The peanuts, you eat it,
once
suck it
when it
in.
all melts, then I feel the nut in my mouth. That's when I chew and I repeat the cycle.
Okay, all right, that's fine.
Oh, sorry, too mature.
Yeah.
See, I don't know why the chat is pausing. I don't know why we're getting all these pauses.
Look, man, that's why when you asked me, I already saw it coming. I was like, I'm not.
That's
This
why I didn't
man's-
answer.
He said, "Hey, yo, listen, man.
How do you
Listen.
eat your Snickers? This is how I eat my Snickers.
Hey, listen, we're potting, man. I'm just answering
No, I
questions.
got you. Look, man. So this is a safe space. It's a clean space. It's a space where we could talk freely without judgment. So yes,
Let it melt in your mouth. Not suck. Yeah, yeah. Listen, man. I'm just saying. You know what's the worst gamer snack? I actually
anything
think
that makes a lot of noise in your headset and you're being rude and you don't mute your mic. I don't understand. Mute your mic, people.
I hate
Sorry.
that is true. All you have to do is just flick it back. That is true.
Yeah.
The worst gamers. I'm gonna say this: the worst snack ever. It's got to be Cheetos.
Never mind.
No, I know you like
I
Cheetos.
thought you said Jesus. Never mind. We're good.
No, Cheetos. How do
Yeah,
you
let's figure it
eat Cheetos and touch a keyboard?
You can't.
You can't.
Can't.
It's the worst
Impossible.
snack. How do you eat Cheetos and give you a high five? How do I eat Cheetos
You wipe
and
it on your
touch?
shirt. I'm just kidding.
Bro, you cannot eat. Okay, this is gonna need another pause for me.
Oh God.
Okay, I'm saying when you eat Cheetos, the only way to interact with anything, you have to just suck your fingers.
Or a napkin.
Nah, you're wasting
Nobody
flavor.
uses that. Wasted. No,
Wait,
no. I look.
what?
I get it. That's what you
Right?
do. But guess what happens when you go back
Right.
in there? Now what? You got wet fingers, and you go back in there. Now you got that crusty crud at the end, and you got to bite it with your teeth.
Whoa, pause. That sounds nuts.
Not as bad. Not as bad as yours. What are
That
you doing there?
sounded nuts.
Apparently you like those.
But my thing is though, Cheetos got to be the worst.
Yeah, it's
I
definitely
think.
not a good. That's definitely not a good gamer snack.
Yeah. Like
So, and
if you're a PC gamer, can you imagine your keyboard and mouse?
that's what I was thinking when he said water, and I was like, it makes sense because he's a PC guy, so you need all your fingers and everything to freaking make it
Yeah.
work. So like, you can't be eating like that. That's why
Okay.
they be dropping dead from like World of Warcraft 92 hours straight. They don't have time to eat.
Wow. But yeah,
Uh,
I think Cheetos it has to be
yeah,
in history probably the worst snack ever. Like you can't even say hello to anybody really. Like you can't shake hands, you can't touch anything. If you get a phone call, you're just like gonna have to miss that one. You know what I mean? You can't pick up a phone. Um, I don't know, but that's just me,
can do
man.
a lot of things. Absolutely.
All right, let me ask both of you guys. Have you guys ever experienced like paranormal activity in your life, like ghost, weird sounds and stuff? Hey guys, by the way, we're just freestyling right now, so you know what I mean?
Just chilling, having a
So
good time.
you guys ever have a weird experience like that?
Yes.
What
Yes.
what was your experience, Mr. CV Tech 2?
Okay. Well, one of them was sleep paralysis, but I don't think that counts.
Oh, tell me about that because I've had that twice and I don't like it.
Oh, you had it twice?
This man
Yes.
said twice. That's it. I have it all
Oh
my life.
no. Well,
It's
oh
like I'm
God.
paralyzed right now. Tell me about it.
Nah, so because I was younger, I've only ever had it once. So I was really young. I was probably like not really young, but I was like 10.
Mhm.
And at our old house, our heater used to go crazy. Like it sounded like there were sparks being lit up every 2.5 seconds,
Mhm.
and it would just horrify me when I was younger. So when I'd go to sleep, I would just sleep and I'd hear that and I'd hear that and I'd hear that, and around that time, like I heard about like Jason. You know how he has his music
Yeah.
where it makes that.
Yeah.
It made me think of that. So I put two together, and it blended that, and I had basically Jason in my mind, just getting ready to chop my head off, and I just couldn't move. I couldn't do anything. It was awful. And as a 10-year-old, like now, I don't think it'd be as bad, but for a 10-year-old, that is awful.
Do,
Hmm.
It
do
kills
you
me.
know what they say that is and what causes that? Do you know what it is?
No idea.
So it's basically like your body is asleep. You think of like if you're a PC, right? You got a screensaver. Like when you're taking a nap, there's a screensaver. The background is still going, but every now and again, it's got to power off. It's got to shut off, right? And it's usually like REM sleep or whatever the case is. Your body is like fully as off as it can go. Your heart's still beating. You're still breathing, but that's basic, right? But your
Mm-hmm.
muscles are relaxing completely, so that when it's the most relaxed, it's almost like your body paralyzes itself. But it's when your brain wakes up and your body's paralyzed and it freaks you out.
Yeah, your
And that's
body
basically
falls asleep before your mind does.
yeah,
So you're
your mind
consciously
wakes up.
awake.
Yeah, yeah,
Let me tell you something, George.
yeah. You're an expert. I know. I got it.
Listen, I get this probably twice a month, dude.
That's not cool.
And so my girlfriend goes, "What was all that last night?" I was like, "What was what?" I was dying.
Me begging you
What?
to help me.
I said I was yelling. What was
Yeah,
all that
in
moaning?
your
I said
head though.
I'm yelling for help.
In your
Right?
head, you're yelling. Yeah,
Yeah. It almost feels like somebody's got a pillow on top of you
yeah,
and you can't move. You want to move. You're consciously aware. You just can't move.
yeah,
You're thinking, you're battling, you're screaming.
yeah.
And
Terrified.
like, I'm talking about you screaming at the top of your lungs. All
Yeah,
somebody hears is, mm,
absolutely.
mm.
Yeah.
So I had to
Ugh.
tell my girl, when you hear that, wake
Wake
me
me
up.
up.
Right. And she does. But one trick that I found out that cuts it, one trick that I found out is if you move your toes.
Yes, toes. That's what. Yeah,
A lot of people don't think about that. So,
yeah.
but your toes move, nothing else moves. So that's how I
Cool.
cut it. Is I move my toes, but I get it around twice a month. It is
That's,
scary, man.
yeah.
Um,
So to
go
add
ahead.
to that, right? So one, that's a phenomenon that's been happening to different cultures throughout time, and then
Mhm.
everyone has their own like interpretation of it. But it's always some gargoyle that comes into your bed at night, or
The
the
lady in the
the,
corner
the
with the
lady in the
hat.
corner, the guy
Yeah.
with the hat, right? I had the guy with the hat, so I don't. So and I had
Hmm.
never heard about it before that. So it's not like I heard it somewhere, and then my brain said, "Oh, you're paralyzed. It's the guy with the hat." That's not how that worked. It was just
Right.
like I was sleeping, and then I opened my eyes, couldn't move my body, and all of a sudden I see something shifting in the back, like in the corner. And then
Mm.
it starts showing a shape. It's got a hat, and I see like red eyes. And as soon as the eyes went red, it like just attacked me. Like it went into like at me, and I woke up, and I was like terrified. It was literally probably like 10 seconds.
Yeah,
Terrified.
I saw the shadow of a lady one time, and that's not knowing anything about it. So it's not like I put it in my own head.
Yeah.
I saw a lady in the corner one time, and man, it freaked me out, man. So, hey, chat, I know we probably sound crazy, but these things actually happen. It's been happening for centuries, and I'm actually reading a book on it now about it, and it talks about if you see a lady, it means one thing, and if you
Mhm.
see a man, it means something else. So that's what I'm reading about now because back in the day, I didn't know what it meant. I thought I was like, am I in another dimension? Am I dead? I didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm actually reading about it. Like I said, I'm to the point where it talks about if you see a lady with a silhouette of a lady with a hat, it means one thing, and if you see a guy, it means another. So that's where I'm at.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's not crazy. So
Yeah.
and the fact that we all three probably had that experience, and the fact that like we didn't like, I'm asking, we're freestyling it right now. I'm just asking
Yeah.
question.
It
It's
wasn't
funny
like
how
we
we
both said
all
no. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah we're all said the same thing. So I don't know. Um, but yeah, let us know if you had some sort of weird experience like that, man. Any like maybe sounds or ghostly things. I've had more, but some of them, I won't share. But anyways, uh, I gotta, I got one more question. So we're at 1 hour, so let's do. We do have two more topics. We probably won't get to it because we're over an hour. But I'll ask this last question. I did a little uh I not an essay, but I took like a 15 questionnaire thing online to tell me if I'm a I wrote that if I'm a geek or a nerd. Don't ask me why, man.
You're a
Okay,
nerdy geek.
I do crazy things. I figured I was both
That's what I
because
said.
geek or nerd has this connotation of like a bad thing, as if like, oh, you're a geek, that's bad, or you're a nerd, that's
Yeah.
bad. That's bogus, okay? That's not
Yeah.
a terrible thing. So if you're a nerd, you're basically a person who's an expert in like, I don't know, something you enjoy. Like let's say it's like a model airplane or something like that, right?
Mhm.
Or if you're into tech, like phones,
Yeah.
PCs, that kind of thing. And there's a connotation like that's a terrible thing. To me, it's not. So
Especially this day and age.
yeah, I thought I was both, but when I did the question, turned out that I'm
You're a
actually a
dweeb.
geek.
Yeah, because geeks are tech.
What? Wait, wait,
They're
wait. What? Why? Why? I'm a what? Excuse me.
dweeb.
I'm a.
Dweeb.
What is that?
Have you ever heard of that word,
I've
Jaden?
heard
It's
it,
an
but what
old.
is
It's
that?
an
What does that
old
mean?
dweeb. It's like a skinny
Yes,
little nerd.
Yeah.
I'm not skinny. That's one. So I can't
I'm saying
be.
personality.
So I
No, you're
can't be
you're
that.
you're you're a geek. You're a geek nerd, nerdy geek.
I thought I was
Because
both,
geeks,
honestly.
yeah, geeks are tech, right? And nerds are they're fascinated or by some type of education, something,
Right.
some everything, or just one niche kind of
Yeah.
like area where they spend like paleontology. Like those kids would be nerds.
Yeah.
They like dinosaurs so much that all they know is
Right.
that's a nerd. You know?
Information. They
Yeah.
they information, and like you said,
Yeah.
that niche. They find that little niche. It's like, ooh,
Mhm.
Star Wars. That kind
Yeah.
of thing. So, what do you consider yourself? A geek or a dweeb? That's a,
I
what do you
mean,
consider
those are the
yourself?
only options we got. That's it. So we got.
I mean, a geek or oh yeah. I mean, Okay,
I'd be more
what
of a
would you
nerd.
add to that? What would
I'm
you
more
add
of a.
to that?
I mean, there's a lot, but if we're gonna go geek or nerd to keep it simple, I'd
Yeah.
be more of a nerd than a geek.
Ah. So you like to take in
Look,
information
I
and
like technology, but technology doesn't like me, man. I try. I do. I'm not bad for my age, but like I just don't want.
see, I like when Gio's honest, and he is an honest person because if he wasn't, all I have to do is just start the stream early.
Catch me trying to
You
struggle.
won't even hear a word
For
from
the
this guy.
record, though, sometimes technology just acts crazy, and this is my thing, right? So I'm gonna go on a little rant. So bear with me, guys. Okay, Jaden, you don't understand what this is like because you were born with Wi-Fi. So the rest of us weren't. Okay, Wi-Fi is a magical thing. It's this
Yes,
thing
sir.
that's floating around the world, and it's just doing things for us. It's connecting our music to our ears, us to our friends and our family, right? It's magic. But the second it doesn't work, you're like, piece of fuck. Like, I hate, like, why is it not working? It's magic. It's supposed to be kind of difficult.
Listen, like I said, if we start this podcast when we get together, all you'll hear is me talk. And that's a bad thing.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
yeah, they'll hear you talk, but they'll see me. Yours will be blurry. You'll be over here like, so, so,
that that that's
so
a fact.
we all have technical difficulties.
But that's a fact. But when Gio gets the headset going, the mic don't work. If the mic works, the headset don't
Well,
work. If they both work, the light is off.
I'm here though. Look at me. I had only a little bit of tech support.
A little.
No, see, we had all kinds. The sun was out, right? The way my checking and my savings, like things weren't working out great. Gotcha.
Takes time.
It's all
What
good.
about what about CV Tech too? What are you? You a geek? You're
So geek is technology, and nerd is just knowledge of information.
Yeah, I think
just
that's
yeah.
where we're kind of.
Honestly, I don't think I fall under any. Like,
You play
uh,
PC, so you're already a geek. I don't even know what you're talking about.
so geek is playing video games. That's
Yeah.
geek.
Well,
And
No, I mean it used to be, but now it's not.
yeah. But are you more into like finding out like about text, or are you more into books?
Like reading
Like,
books and learning stuff.
more
yeah.
into tech.
Yeah, you're a
Okay.
geek. It's like your
For
daddy.
but
And
but to be
You like
something
daddy?
that's piqued my interest is reading, like reading, genuinely reading on airplanes. I don't know why.
You got no
So I
choice.
don't. So maybe I'm both. I don't know. But reading on
that's
airplanes is
because you're on
fascinating to
airplane
me.
mode. That's why.
Okay.
He's like, I need something to do. My brain is not stimulated. I need something.
Gio is quick because when we start the podcast, he's always on airplane mode.
How?
Anyways, but yeah, man, I figured I'd be both because don't you like if you're a geek, right? Let's say this phone comes out, I read the booklet, I read the instructions, so
I'm not.
Crazy.
that's the. What do you mean?
Who
No,
does you read the terms of service when
Yeah,
you're playing a game? Like you booted up Elden Ring for the first time on your stream, and I bet you read the whole entire TOS.
it was a lot. By now you get the gist.
I'm both.
At first you read, but like now it's just go to the bottom, press
No,
A.
you know what though? Speaking of Elden Ring, it made me read these things because I didn't do the tutorial until I was like level 45.
Yeah, a little late, just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I thought it was interesting because I was like, I thought it was both because for me to learn about a tech, I have to get the information. I have to read it, right? I have to geek out a little bit and read what it does. It has an instruction, just like Bible. People say God put you here. You come with an instruction. Your instruction is the Bible. So I think I thought I was both because I figured it'd go hand in hand. But when I did the test, it was like, bro, you're a techie.
Yep.
All right. Anyways, like I said, we didn't really get to any topics, but we could definitely just leave it here. If anything you guys want to add, I'm down for it. If not, we can call it. But it's up to you guys. You guys got
Yeah,
anything on
I'll
your
leave it up to
mind?
Jaden if he has any topics, any things he wants to talk about. Any topics.
I'll prolong it before he even answer it.
I
I know
don't
he's
know.
like, dude, come on, man. It's my Friday, man. It's already 9 o'clock. You know what I
Hey,
mean?
I
Like,
did
What
not think
better
I was
way to
on this
spend your
show.
Friday? What are you?
I know,
This is
daddy and
fun.
uncle.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I go
All
for
right.
well for like what we went on a 4 mile jog/walk. Can I
Yeah.
come hang out? Yeah, this is a good
Yeah,
Friday.
pretty cool.
Yeah, take that. He wants to hang out with his dad. Yeah, take that, people. You know, but he did say he did say that it would be funny to get you guys to watch some anime. So I don't know
Uh,
too much about anime. So maybe you can give Gio and I like a two good anime we should watch because I don't like this is the reason why I keep saying Elden Scroll, not Elden Ring, because
Yeah,
my favorite is Ninja Scroll. It
yeah.
just it doesn't leave my mind, right? So maybe you should give us like two uh anime that we could probably get into, especially me, because I
My
don't watch
Hero
these things anymore.
Academia,
hmm, what the?
Ex
Wait,
Machina,
wait. Please say it
One
again.
Punch Man.
Is that
Wait,
the
please,
basic stuff?
please say
I don't
My
know.
Hero again.
No, I'm not.
Come on, please.
Nope,
Just the way you said it threw me off guard.
nope.
Did he
I
say
don't
it
know what
wrong?
you're talking about. Probably.
No,
Did
it's just it sounded weird. Maybe I misheard, but it sounded
My
weird.
Hero Academia.
Academia. Why do you say academia?
Because I don't like saying academia because it's Japanese first
Academia.
of all, so nobody knows what they're saying.
Academia. Academia.
But they don't know what they're saying?
Academia.
What?
Tomato, tomato. So what are two?
Hey, he says Naz. I say
Now
Nas.
there's Naruto,
Yeah.
there's Naruto, right? Like what is it?
It well Nar. Okay, that's
How do they
Naruto.
say his name in the show,
In the
movie,
show
TV show?
and dub, it's Naruto, and in the sub, it is easily said Naruto.
See,
But
Naruto.
Naruto, I don't know how Naruto started.
That's
Naruto?
Yeah, Naruto.
All right. Give us two good ones that maybe we can look up, man. I'm down to try it. Try
Uh,
some anime.
I'll give you two that I've been one that I'm watching and then one I'm rewatching. So
Oh, I
I'll
got to. How about this? Before you give the two, give me the one that when I go in your room, you're always sleeping. That one.
not the one I want to watch unless I'm trying to sleep.
No,
yeah,
no,
nah.
I'm trying. No, 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 no. But there's a reason why he's watching it because he's watching too much of it. That's what
Ah,
I'm saying. It's not because it's boring.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't fall
It's
asleep
always
to
a.
anime.
I don't know. Every time I go in your room, there's a bird.
A bird.
there's
I'm
a
like, what
bird.
is that? It's a
Bird.
dove.
A dove. What are you talking about? Well, a dove? What?
All right, give me
Am I
two. Give
missing
me two.
something?
Give us two.
Okay, I'll say something. I'll say it's probably the most popular right now, and people chat who may know are gonna be like, "Whoa," but Attack on
Vampire Slayer.
Titan.
Attack on Titan. Yeah,
Okay.
that's a good one.
All right.
And
I actually I want to watch that, but I just
Did you watch the movie, the like live action?
oh god, no!
Just
Oh
checking.
no!
I don't know.
Jeez,
I know that I saw it. I was like, that looks disturbing.
that
Like,
is. Do not watch live action. The anime can be disturbing, but don't
yeah,
watch live action.
yeah,
I
live
just
action.
need a good link. I know who to go to now. I just
Um,
upstairs.
something that I think you both, at least my dad. I don't know about you, Gio, but Vinland Saga. It's about Vikings and just like
Oh,
Mm.
just
I'm all
Vikings and
about
combat
Vikings.
and shit.
Yeah,
That's
Gio's a Viking. Your uncle's a Viking. I don't know if you know
yeah.
that, but
then you should
he's a
show
Yeah.
me
Viking.
the one. But
Till
I don't
Valhalla.
know.
So what's the name of it again?
Vinland Saga and Attack on Titan.
Vinland Saga. I'll check it out.
Villain Saga. I think I'd definitely look into that because I've been playing the heck of I played the heck of Assassin's Creed, so I'm into this whole Viking stuff, and I have it saved on Netflix. They got the some Viking series. I can't remember the name, so I have that saved. So I'm going to be watching that. So
You're talking
actually,
about
that goes
the actual TV show, like the real TV
right.
show, live action. Yeah,
Yeah,
the Vikings Valhalla.
yeah,
With
that one.
that,
Yep.
that's the sequel to the original Vikings. 6 seasons of that, which is the epic tales of Ragnar Lothbrok, one of like the famed
Mm.
Vikings. They still don't know if he's real, if he wasn't real, if it's folklore and all that. Great, watch that first and then watch this
The
because
sixth season.
yeah, the 6 seasons of Vikings, which is amazing. It's
Oof.
freaking amazing. And then watch the one season of Valhalla, which is it's about 100 and some years later. So it's like the grandchildren or great grandchildren of Ragnar. It's great,
Okay.
great stuff.
All right. Just got to get more M and M's, but 6 seasons is a lot of M and M's.
Get 2 buckets of popcorn.
No, I don't do popcorn, man. Because
Make sure you have something to drink.
as soon as as soon as you say movie, like my girl's already got the popcorn. Pop, 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 I don't do popcorn, but
Did she fall asleep in the movies?
no.
She
She
cries.
doesn't.
Cries like,
Oh, she's a
She
crier.
cries
Gotcha.
over anything.
bro.
Yeah, I know the littlest things, right? My
You know
daughter
what's
does it. I
funny?
walk in the room and she's crying, watching the movie. I'm like, "What's wrong?"
But you know when somebody's crying. Like, let's say they already wiped their eyes. I come in, I go, "Are you having an allergic reaction?
Puffy eyes, red.
You
Yeah.
okay?" I was like, "Oh, you watching a movie, didn't you?" Yes, I just watched the movie. Um, she watched a Kanye doc. She was fine. But when she watched the Kanye doc with me, and when the mother talked to him, I paused. I was like, man, that was beautiful. And I looked next to her. She's crying. I was like, why are you crying? She goes, that was beautiful. I was like, did you cry when you watched? She goes, no, you making me cry. I was like, I paused because I want to take that in and and have rewind a little bit, have a full understanding of what she just said. Bro, she's crying next to me. She already watched the whole thing. So, she's a crier, man. She's a crier.
Yeah.
So. All right. I guess we'll leave it here, chat. I appreciate the love. Appreciate you guys coming through. Shout outs to TY. Appreciate you, man. Vontae, Dilly Doze. Appreciate the love. Jess wasn't here. Appreciate the love as well. Who am I missing? Stevie G. Appreciate it, homie.
That man, Devontae. You know,
Yeah. We appreciate y'all, man. Listen, man. Also, I want to thank my son for coming by and just give us a little knowledge of stuff. We appreciate it, and I'm proud of him as well. So hopefully to see good things coming from this channel. We're gonna try to have guests, here and there. Maybe we'll see. It's a conversation we're having, and definitely my son was not the first person we thought about having as
it
a
was on the
guest.
fly. We did it on the
Yeah.
fly. We were talking and
So
he was on the phone, and then next thing
yeah,
you know,
not at all. Like we've talked about having
a
guests.
milestone. Yeah, first guest.
I think it's actually. I think this makes episode good. Episode 8 so good and epic is. Shout outs to CV Tech too, man. We appreciate that. Joe, you got anything you want to say to the people?
Yeah, I had one question. It was for Jaden.
Oh man, run, dude. Just run, dude. It's run, bro. It's coming.
I don't
Run, dude.
remember it. It's my old age. I had one. I had a good one for you. I'll let you off the hook.
No need to run. Good job.
I'll remember it next time.
I figured it was gonna. I figured that some sort of question was coming like the first 10 seconds, but
Yeah,
if
Same.
he can't remember, good.
I can't remember it honestly. I'm racking my brain. I can't remember. It's late.
It's
I've had a long day. I'm tired. So
it's good. I'm trying to push it so he doesn't remember. But you got anything you want to say, CV Tech too?
take your time.
Just hope everyone has a good night. Make sure you keep making fun of Steve Tuck One's hairline. Other than that, yeah.
Yeah,
Podcast
you
was
hit
fun.
that hairline at the end. Drop the mic.